Hello there, my name is Rachel. This first time on my channel, I like to talk about animation. And today we talk about Mystery on the Mogwai, the Gremlins, the final two episodes of this series. It was kind of anticlimactic. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just was. I feel they sort of needed more time to write the series. I feel they need two more episodes or one more episode, and that's sort of unusual. Usually, it's backwards. Then less episodes, than more, because the final two episodes, especially Sam, Elle, and their parents, go to back to their own hometown and everything destroyed because the Mogwai went loose, and Claude, the leader, took the creation of the sword or knife and basically create chaos. And at this point, Sam feels guilty. He didn't want to help out anymore. He basically went the hero's falling hope now, worse now situation, and starts trying to rebuild his confidence. But Elle decided to do it herself, and that's sort of interesting because during this time they have a small conversation with Mr. Green, what's going on, how he could especially take on this sort of problem. But Mr. Green, being a little crazy than usual, and they decide to knock him out, lock them out. But I feel kind of fascinating how Elle doesn't really talk this much. I mean, she's the type of person who doesn't know how to give information or understand her sort of situation a little bit better. Like she doesn't know how to communicate because when they sort of the very beginning stuck in the Mogwai sort of paradise, she didn't tell them, "Oh, let's destroy everything so the god of transportation can actually stop us so we can use it to go home." And she does decide not to say anything. She decided to destroy things, and that sort of started to make it sort of weird because every couple of minutes they do something odd or something I feel they needed more time or something like that. That's basically what I felt watching this final two episodes, especially the hero's sort of rise from L, not L, I mean Sam, that he attempted to figure it out, especially his parents trying to tell him to just leave it alone, let everything get destroyed. We just hide, stay quiet. You can see Claude destroying everything, using his knife, and Gizmo being sort of the entertainer, trying to convince her, not to convince her, just to make her be chill. You can see all this weird murder, destruction. I mean, murder also. I mean, wow, it's a lot of killing in this final two episodes. But besides that, El get his not El Sam gets his confidence in trying to stop the Mogwai, especially Claw. The only problem is Gizmo attempted to escape. He also maybe steal the knife of creation, but the only problem is it's just too many of them, and Claw is just too aware with her surroundings. So they attempted to escape with Elle that she found where Gizmo is and attempted to grab her and escape, also hopefully stealing the knife, but the situation just too chaotic. Until something completely random that Clark decided to be basically a giant, destroying everything that now what? Like that's the thing. Like I feel they was sort of right themselves a sort of situation they couldn't escape from. This is the reason why they bring Mr. Green back, that he sort of escaped and waited his time to figure out how to take down the gremlins without any arms. Just basically by his time. Till he saw his chance because the kids to basically want to jump Claw or wait for the perfect moment or give it some bait to Claw to just be unaware for a second, just to steal the sort of creation. But the ironic part is she ate the knife and guess what? Screw it. Just go back to her mouth, steal the knife. And he kind of did, but he also has some problem to escape. A lot of weird shenanigans come in, and everything was just sort of kind of wild nowadays because they now have sort of a who get the close to get to the sort of creation to Mr. Green, the Claw, and the kids, and everything was sort of weird because Mr. Green wrapped the sword in his mouth, recreate his arms, and sort of created or not created. First, he tried to negotiate with Claw, but at the end, he not dealing with it till he opens a portal, trying to convince her to basically get close enough to see the sun popping out to burn her, and she dead burn, melted, really disturbing. But interesting enough, after this defeat claw, you still have Mr. Green. And this is what the part I feel they started kind of writing themselves in a corner that didn't know how to get out. Because Mr. Green is very tangy, very confident. Decided to sort of tease him, so he used the sort of creation wrongly in other words, like he lose basically control. In the way it worked, but I feel kind of not disearned. Like it feels sort of a little bit too easy in my point. That's why I mean this final two episodes need to be four or at least two more episodes to develop that sort of kind of doubt to Mr. Green, that courage of Sam, and that sort of how everything just fall apart. I mean, you have a good structure here. It's just that they just didn't have enough time to build, and that's the thing I feel that sort of kind of went down a little bit. I mean, wasn't completely terrible. Was sort of interesting to see how they defeated Green, especially if Mr. Green doesn't know what to do with his god status. Like he has all the power of the world, and yet he's not the most creative. And that's sort of sad in a way, but once more, I feel you needed a little bit more time because Mr. Green is sort of a kind of complicated character, and I feel how they defeated him while being sort of like a chess match battle. On We're thinking the other, I mean chess match battle. I mean it's more like how to outsmart him, and they did. But I wish they have a little bit more time. That sort of trying to convince him, trying to kind of nitpick his own brain or disable him in a very clever way, but give him more time. And that's the bad part, giving him more time. But how everything ended feels pretty good. I mean, the ending ended up in a way that started explaining how Elle and Sam left China, go to America, because when the Gremlins survived, not just one, the smartest one, because of the ring he picked up. Now, does it need a season two? In a way, not really, because the movie sort of continued where it left off. It's sort of like a double ending. Like it doesn't have an official ending. You still have the movie to understand why they're there. It do have a season two. I want to see how they sort of take down the genius. After that, there's really much to say. I just fully enjoy it. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.